Hola y bienvenidos a Lightspeed Spanish. Today I'm going to share with you another thing that they do really well in Spain and we don't do so well in the UK. We've got to learn this. Pues hablamos de todo en la segunda parte. Ojalá tuviera yo un español más decente. So what is it that the Spaniards do that we don't, that's much better? Well, it's got to do with things that happen in the street, events that happen, things that are notable in the street. Let me explain. When my wife was living in the UK, we lived just above a hairdresser's, in a flat above a hairdresser's. The man who ran the hairdressers was Turkish, and every now and again he would have a problem, and it always seemed to be with other men. And one day I came home and my wife said, "You won't believe what's happened." A man came to the front of the shop and started shouting and telling the owner of the shop to get out because you're going to kill him, and he had a stick in his hand, and the owner came out with a stick. That wasn't what she was shocked about. Okay, it happened. It wasn't good, but it happened. But what she was shocked about, being a Spanish lady in the UK, is this. She said, and nobody came to watch. Nobody took any notice of what was happening. She said, if that had happened in Spain, there would have been an instant circle of people around, everybody telling each other what had happened. But here, she said, nobody was paying any attention. And it's true, but it's not. She wasn't right when she said nobody was paying any attention. Because we do have a system in the UK, when something like that is happening, a bit of a furore in the street, how dare they? What we do is we do pay attention, but we have to pretend that we're not paying attention. So we don't look. There's no direct eye contact. We kind of look out at the side of our eyes, and what you might find quite often is that the same person might walk up and down the street pretending that they're walking up and down the street, but they're having a little look. Or somebody might start to cut the lawn and just happen to be there. I'm just cutting my lawn. No, I'm not watching, I'm cutting my lawn, but I'm having a little look. What we can't do typically in the UK, certainly in England, I'll say that, in England, where I'm from, is that you can't go running up and standing there watching. You just don't do it. Here in Spain, however, yes, you do. Something happens and everybody makes their way there to find out. What's more, they have this fantastic system. What is the system? Well, it's this. That if you arrive late to the party, let's say there's already a group of people, something's happening, and you walk up, you can guarantee that you will find the expert, the person who has all of the information, just about everybody, because they've all shared it. And all you do is you walk up and you say, ¿Qué ha pasado? And somebody will say, pues lo que ha pasado es que bla, 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 y él es el hermano de ella y su suegro, bla, bla, bla. They have all the information. How do they have the information? Well, it's a mystery. But whatever information is there is shared like a virus, making its way through all the people. And they like telling you what's happened. It's very important for them to be able to tell you what's happened. Now, it would be easy for me to say that Spanish people are big gossipers, and in the UK, we're not. That wouldn't be true. We gossip just as much, but the Spanish people do it overtly. And the people from England, well, we do it more kind of hidden. We gossip, but we don't want people to know we're gossiping. Whereas Spanish people, no, I'll tell you all the information. What do you want to know? Let me give you a perfect example of something that recently happened here in Spain. The other day, I was working in my office. This one, my office is just behind. And the biggest, loudest explosion happened. And it was a lightning strike. I thought the lightning had struck in our patio. So loud was the bang. All my screens went off. It was deafening. I ran downstairs. My wife was standing in the kitchen, shocked, Cynthia. And because the back door, that we've got a dog flap The dog flap had burst open with the air pressure, had knocked the dog's ball flying with the water, everything. Wow, it was shocking. Instantly, in our group chat for La Dehesa, where we live, somebody put, "Oh, the lightning has hit like electricity box." Okay, so I hopped on my bike and I whizzed round, and no sooner had I got there than there was a massive group. Nobody lives here. Massive group of people, right? No, I never see anybody except on the night time when they're having a little bit of a stroll. The place was chocker with people, all standing around the electricity box, which was black, charred. Okay, it was just in a parcela on its own. The lightning had struck there. I rolled my bike up to it. I came to a stop. No sooner had I stopped than somebody came up and started telling me what had happened. Within something like 30 seconds to a minute, I was fully up to speed with everything that had happened, how many houses had lost electricity, how the whole row was there, how they'd called Endesa, which is the electricity company, but they hadn't arrived yet. They didn't know when they were going to arrive. People were without electricity. I heard the lot. That doesn't happen in England. That wouldn't happen. I would go out, I would look, I go, "Oh, look, that box is burned," but I don't know what the implications of that are. And I would return home and I wouldn't have any information. Here, I could come home. Cynthia was waiting for me at the door with a hot cup of cocoa just in case it had been problematic. And I filled her in with all the details that I've been given. That is the system from Spain. So if you're in Spain and something happens, do not be scared. If you see a group of people, go up to the group of people and just say, "¿Qué ha pasado?" And you'll know. They'll tell you the lot. And you'll be happy and you'll be able to then go on. In fact, when somebody's told you the information, you then become an expert, and therefore you are in a position to tell other people. It's great fun. Come on, those of us in the UK, let's take that. Let's do that. It's much more fun. It really is. Gives a bit of excitement to the day. Bueno, chicos, eso es todo. Ahora me voy, pero vuelvo con más cosas de España.